morning. Hi, Sonia. Not a bad picture again, I think. Hi, Dee.
Hi.
Hi, Candice. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Lorraine. Happy Christmas Eve to you too. We're good, thanks, Ellie. Well, panicking really because it's nearly Christmas and I'm not quite ready yet. And Dad's coming and I don't know. We'll get there. Nearly ready. Hi, Sue. Right. So, hi, Kimberly. Yes, it is Christmas weekend. That's a good way of putting it. In fact, actually, interestingly, I was just talking to Diana, and I didn't realise quite how well off we are for national holidays in the UK, because Diana and I were having a chat, and she was telling me that you guys don't get Monday off. Whereas here in the UK, because Christmas is on a Sunday, we get Monday, and we get Tuesday, because Monday is also a national holiday. We call it Boxing Day. So, yeah, I think we're probably better off for holidays. Hi, Louise. Hi, Renee.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen. Hi, Sue. Hello, Sue.
Sue.
No, I know. I think we do. We're obviously doing better over here. I think we should, you know, that's.
I don't go back to work till.
Yeah, I know. The third, yeah. So that's interesting, isn't it? I didn't realise. I just assumed that we all got, you know, like the day after Christmas as an extra day, but no, we don't. Hi, Anne. Right, so thank you for joining me for 6x6 Sunday on Friday. Because Sunday, I think people are going to be a bit busy, probably. Huh?
And at the end of the month instead of the beginning.
Yes, and well, who knows? Actually, what I should have done is brought up with me. I've got the next two lots of papers. One is Stamperia Bauhaus, which I love. Hi, Mary. Hi, Reka.
Can you say hi to Deborah on YouTube?
Hi, Deborah on YouTube.
Her first book, and she's very excited.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you've started with a good one because it looks really cool, but it's really easy. Kimberly only knows about Boxing Day from watching Call the Midwife. I love Call the Midwife. I've watched them all.
Yes, you have.
I have, yes.
You have.
That's, yeah. We get an extra day. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, yes. So I've got Stamperia Bauhaus, and I think, I can't remember who it's by. I think it might be Memory Place again, who are a Japanese manufacturer. But basically, it's some really fancy Alice in Wonderland papers. So we've got January and February sorted, although it may well be that I changed the time of 6x6 Sunday. It might be more towards the end of the month than the beginning now. We'll see. But anyway, so yeah, I've got slightly organised for next year. So let's talk about this little book. It's 6x4 inches, because that's a nice standard size, but it doesn't hold 6x4 inch photos, to be brutally honest. And it's got a hard cover, but it's got a soft spine and a little shaker pocket on the front. And there's absolutely gorgeous holiday words, which you can find on our website if you want to download and print them for yourself. And then you open it up, and what you've got here is a bauble. So I'm just going to take these out so that you can see, the bauble in all its glory, because you can see it a lot better. Glory. Yeah, you can see it a lot better when I take these out. Now, I've only made 11 slots, but on the cutting guide, I've made enough for 12. Okay. So you've got this bauble shape, and it's ever so easy to put together, and that's going to be on stuck onto the hardcover of our book, but it's kind of free here, if that makes sense. So it's nice. It is really easy to put together, and we will we'll obviously do that. And then we've got these little photo mats here, which are 3x4 inches, and those just slot in there, and those of course would take a 3x4 inch photo if you want them to. Now, when I did my resources list, I can't remember if I said on there you need a compass, because we're going to be drawing some circles. I've just found mine after faffing around and losing it. So let me just put these back and we will get going. What we're going to do first of all is we're going to cut out our cover. I think what we'll do is we'll do the cover, then we'll do the bauble, and then we'll do the shaker. Okay, so I put 1500 micron grey board, but I have a feeling I might have put 1000 micron in my kit because I think I did use 1000 micron. I can't tell. Can you tell me what width that is? Yeah.
Just get my.
I have a feeling I might have used 1000 microns, not 1500 for the cover.
1500.
Oh, did I? All right then. Okay, cool. Right. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to start by cutting out our grey board. Now, if you've had a kit, you've got two sizes of grey board. You've got a thicker one and a thinner one, and it's the thinner one that we wanted to use. Oh, Lorraine, you smart Alec. Oh, you are so smart. Do you know what? I couldn't find my compass, and Mark said my special tool will work. Yes, the inside of the outer circle will work perfectly. So yeah, absolutely. But if you want to know more about Mark's special tool, there will be lots of Mark's new special tools on the 6th of January. So we have plans for more than just circles actually, and universal tools that can be used on any size of page.
Can we get the special tool? Is it in the shop?
It's the special tool that we're talking about is the one for the tunnel book. So you will be able to get different ones in the shop from the 6th of January, which are universal, as opposed to the current special tool, which is very specific to that particular book. Oh, perfect. Renee's got, that's brilliant. That's great stuff. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut my two covers, and I think they're 6 by 4 inches, are they not, Mark?
They are 4 by 6, yes.
Yes, so, oh, that's useless.
Ooh.
I've got no blade in it. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I have spare blades.
That does make me worry where the blade is.
I'll probably find it when I stick my finger on it. Right, so I'm going to cut out 2 at 4 by 6. I don't know where my safety ruler is. Oh dear. I'm going to not have to use my safety ruler.
You know what that means, don't you, dear?
Yes. I can't see what I'm doing. Is that it? No, that can't be it. Oh, ha ha. Very funny. Right, so, right. Now, for those of you who are cutting grey board for the first time, may I suggest that, as well as doing it very carefully, you do not need to press on really hard with your blade. Just do lots of not too pressy sweeps, because it's a lot easier on your hands and your wrists. So if you're cutting grey board, just, you know, little and often would be my advice.
Oh yeah.
So who's coming to Ohio in March?
Lorraine says she should be packing a suitcase. Instead, she's has a very large glass of red and working class.
That sounds like a good thing to me.
Yes.
That doesn't look square. Oh, it kind of does actually. Oh, it is.
Renee will be in Ohio.
Yeah. Well, guess what we've done this afternoon? After a lot of faffing around and all sorts of
we was
issues,
on the phone for an hour and a half.
we got tickets.
We got tickets.
It's been a bit of a nightmare trying to get, you know, the right price.
Oh, Julie.
It's taken a while.
Julie.
But we will be there. We have
We
flights.
do. They're all booked.
Very exciting.
We've had confirmation.
Yeah, it's all done. Got
Julie
passports.
And
Angela. So yeah. So just because we're leaving the country for a couple of weeks, you guys, you know, you British lot, doesn't mean that you can misbehave whilst we're away. Right. So these are my covers. Now, for speed, I'm going to cover mine with tape. But if you've got a kit, you've got some nice thin cardstock, white cardstock, and I want you to just cover it. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it properly. What, that she's going?
Yeah.
Excellent. I haven't told mine either.
That's what you have credit card bills for, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. Okay. So I'm going to do this. Forget speed. Let's just have a leisurely Friday evening together. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to put some double-sided tape onto one side of my grey board. I'm not going to worry about how tidy it is, although that was remarkably tidy for me.
That looks pretty damn good.
I know.
Well done, you.
But what's particularly interesting about these tickets is that I've got enough room in my suitcase for bringing some paper back. Very excited about that. And it means that we can bring lots of goodies too.
Oh, yeah. Which
is good because we've been having a chat about that as well. Okay, so I've put my tape on. This is the bit that's going to take all night. Now I've got to take the backing off.
Stab it. Pull it off. Cats away, the mice will play.
Well,
Ali says.
Yes, except hopefully they won't, or the cats won't be playing, because Rachel's going to come and look after them, isn't she?
Yes. Which
is nice.
We'll tell her the date.
Yeah, we should tell her, really, shouldn't we?
Mm. She already knows she's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, because we've had to slightly amend our dates. Oh, what have I just done to my computer? Go away. How do I get rid of that? Oh, like that.
Have you just put that rub on top of your... Oh.
Yeah. Now, I'm not using the same paper as you tonight because you kind of really liked this little book. So I've got no paper left. So I'm going to use this one, which I've just found in my own personal stash. I don't know why, because it's pink. But anyway, that's what I'm going to use. So what... I'm going to place my... what do you call it? My cover, thank you, on there. And I might as well put that one on as well. I'm going to cut this in half in a minute, so it really doesn't matter exactly where you're putting it, because I'm going to just cut that down the middle. Okay. Right. So now what I want to do is cover this. So I am going to just mitre this, and you know, it's a little thought ahead. It may be that Make a Mark might have a little tool coming to help us with this.
You never know.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold over. I like to start with these ends first. Don't ask me why. There's absolutely no reason for it. It's just what I like to do.
I think I'll do that too. Short ends.
And I'm going to put a little bit of double-sided tape on there just to hold it in place while the glue dries. What am I missing in the chat? Yes, I was. I've been having discussions about luggage. And the best way to deal with that.
Yes, because we're allowed quite a bit.
We are, and I intend to use all of yours, so that'll be fine.
Yes.
Mind you, it's going to be cold, so we're going to need thick coats and things. Well, no, you'll need a thick t-shirt. Yeah, well, I'm going to need a big coat. Actually, I've got a big coat. So, all of you lovely people over in the US, we've had it on our news today that you're having terrible, terrible cold at the moment. They're expecting up to minus 40 degrees Celsius. What's that in Fahrenheit?
It's about minus 45-ish.
Minus 4. That's pretty chilly.
Yeah.
Although we were saying earlier, weren't we, about whether or not it might end up over here.
Mm. Probably not the minus 40.
No.
Arctic freeze.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, so now I'm just going to snip that off. So I'm interested now, seeing as you guys don't get Boxing Day holiday, I wonder what other things are different. I used to live in Germany, so I know what's different in terms of a German Christmas and a British Christmas.
Same as every year.
But yeah. Yeah, Ulrika will know. Ulrika, if you watch this, same procedure as last year. That's New Year though.
Yeah.
But I wonder what else is different, because you have turkey at Thanksgiving, don't you? So what would you normally eat on Christmas Day? Because that's when we have our turkey.
Kimberly says it's going to be -3 in Florida.
Got in Florida? Is that must be quite unusual, I would imagine, because I've always thought of Florida as a really warm place.
Yeah, we had -7 the other day.
Yeah, but it was nice cold, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It didn't feel cold at all, because it was a very dry cold, not kind of like the usual damp cold that you get in the UK.
Kimberly has ham.
Oh, we're going to do a ham as well, aren't we?
Ham today, yeah.
Well, I don't know what on earth. Oh, tacos.
Christmas tacos.
Well,
full of turkey and stuff.
I don't know what's happened this year, but just to confuse matters, Rachel was coming and now she's not able, and we're having Dad over.
That was just the 3 of us.
So there's just the 3 of us. Now originally there were going to be 4, 5, 6, 9, but now there's just 3. Trouble is I've catered for 9. So yeah.
Guess what we're eating all week?
Oh, prime rib.
Yes, we've got a beef joint as well, haven't we?
We have. We went out for our anniversary on Monday. We went to a pub, sort of pub. It was a restaurant, really. Well, I don't know.
It's a restaurant.
Yeah, it's called Miller and Carter, and it's steakhouse. Ooh, it was quite good, wasn't it?
I think we're Boston.
And it filled us up, and we've hardly eaten anything since, and that is saying something.
Yeah, I was full.
But that was good.
Jenny says hi from New Zealand.
Hi, Jenny. Hi, Lynn. Leftovers. I don't know. What are they? Although, having said that, traditionally on Boxing Day we do a tradition from your family, don't we, dear?
Yes.
So we have right. So on Christmas Day, you know, we have our turkey and all the trimmings and everything. Oh, great! It's good job I'm going to cover that. But then on Boxing Day we have cold turkey, round chips, which is round fries.
Yeah, just cook with the mandolin. Peel the potato, just put it through the mandolin.
Yeah. Cheddar cheese and pickled onions.
Yep.
So that'll be fun. But then we've got this turkey to eat. What you don't eat on Christmas Day. Do you know what my favourite meal of Christmas is, Lynn? On Christmas Day, we have sprouts because I don't know whether you guys eat sprouts, but it's a very English thing or British thing to have sprouts on Christmas Day. But we put ours through the mandolin so they're sliced really thin, and then fry them up with bacon lardons and chestnuts. And we always deliberately cook too much because I like to have them for my dinner at night. That's
supper.
Yeah, for supper. That is the best meal of Christmas. Okay, right, so I've covered those. Okay, so they're nice and covered. So what I want to do now is make this connector that goes, that holds the two, oh darn it, that holds the two pieces together. Okay, so do you know what, I never eat sprouts unless it's Christmas Day. It's just wrong.
I love sprouts.
I like sprouts on Christmas Day. Right, so I'm going to cut my connector and I'm going to cut it at 3 by 6 inches. Is that right? Now, you might like to cut it ever so slightly longer than 6 inches. And the reason for that is because because you've covered this, you want it to be the same length. So you might need to cut it at, say, 6 1/8. Yeah, you see, that gives a much better length. I might change that on the cutting guide, actually, because it should be, I mean, logically it should be 6 inches, but realistically it's not. So, oh no, where's my, oh, hang on, let's get me scoreboard. So I'm going to score on the 3-inch side, and I'm going to score at 1, 1.5, and 2 inches. Okay, so I've got those 3 score lines down there. 14-year-old likes sprouts. That's unusual. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to slightly just miter that, not a lot, just a little bit, up to the score lines. I don't know. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some, I've turned this over, so this is like my mountain bit, and I'm going to put some, so this is the valley here. I'm just going to put some glue on there like that, and I'm going to attach this to the front of my page up to that score line. Okay, so that is going to sit on there like that. Then we're going to put some glue on the other side. and we're going to do exactly the same on that side. Okay, so I've got my little book put together like that. Okay. All right, now I'm just going to put that to one side, but before I do anything with the inside, what I want to do is cover that. So I'm going to just, now I'm using 12 by 12 paper. If you've got a kit, you're using 6 by 6. So that will fit all very nicely. But obviously, if you're using 12 by 12 paper, you're going to get, I've had this in my thing so long, it just doesn't even undo anymore. You're going to get 4 sheets of 6 by 6 out of each 12 by 12, aren't you? So let me just decide what I want to use for my cover. Ooh, pretty.
I was going to say that.
And I'm just going to cut this down. So 6, it's going to be about 5 and 7, 8. So I can do it just ever so slightly under 6. And then let's just have a look at that minute. 4. Do I need to cut that down? Nope, that's perfect.
Nom, nom, nom.
Well, it would be if it was straight. So I'm cutting these at pretty much 6 by 4.
Renee says on New Year's they always cook some type of pork, potted potatoes, cabbage and cornmeal.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
It sounds like we're all invited. There are plenty. There's plenty.
Oh, let's just see if these are... Okay, and now what I'm going to do is if you want to, you can ink these. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those on my covers.
Right, man.
And then the inside covers as well. Now, I think it helps if you have a relatively plain one for your inside covers, in all honesty. And you will need to cut a couple to do these bits as well. This inside one isn't that important, to be honest. I can't even remember if I actually did this on mine. I probably didn't. Okay, let's do the outside. Not very straight, but never mind.
Never mind, lass, never mind.
Okay, so that's my front cover and my inside cover. So I'm going to put that to one side to dry. Now, I am going to, first of all, start with a template piece, okay? So what I need to do is make my compass, or if you're using Mark Special tool, it's the inside of the outer ring. And you need to make it 6 inches. So if you're using a compass, you need to have it 3 inches across, okay? And I'm just going to, radius, yes. So I'm just going to just draw that circle. And then this one, because it's a template, isn't so important. But I'm just going to roughly cut around that like that. I'm going to fold it in half like that. And I'm going to, if I can find myself a pen, just make myself some marks on this. So if I work out where that is, so that was the middle piece there. So I'm going to make just a mark there. And then I want to make a mark there.
Make a mark.
And make a mark there. Okay, so that is going to be my template. All right. I mean, I can cut it down the middle because I only need half of it. Okay, so that's my template piece. So I'm going to put that to one side. Right, now I need to cut 12 circles. So I'm just going to have a look at my paper. Four. 8. Hi, Max. 12. So I'm just going to cut these down to 6 by 6, just so that I'm working on, you know, the same start place as where you are if you're using 6 by 6 papers or you've got a kit. So I need 12 sheets. So you need to go, if you're using 6 by 6 papers, just go off now and just choose 12 pieces of paper. Now the paper that I'm using is double-sided. If you've had a kit, it's single-sided. It really doesn't matter whether you use single-sided or double-sided because you don't see a lot of the inside really. Okay. Oh, I just hit the cat. No. Right, so let me just check this is still Yeah. And what I'm going to do now is, oh, I've just lost you all, is I'm going to just check that this will fit on roughly where the middle is. And I'm going to draw a circle. Okay, and I'm going to do that on all 12 pieces. I'm just going to work out where the middle is.
And it says we really are concentrating. The chat is quiet.
I know.
Everyone's cutting the circles out.
Yeah.
You just put the first one you've done on the top and stab the hole through.
Oh, no, because I don't want an obvious hole.
Okay.
Well, I suppose actually you're not going to see it, so you could.
You could.
But that's no fun.
We could do a very faint line down.
I could measure it, but you know, where's the fun in that?
Where's the guesswork in that?
Exactly. I'm just going to double check because I know these things move.
He says, I haven't looked, but I think she's got a 6-inch circle, darling.
Yeah, that would do.
Or a plate, a small plate, or.
Yep, as long as it fits
container.
inside your 6x6 paper, it actually doesn't matter.
It doesn't go exactly.
No, 6 inches diameter or thereabouts.
Give or take 30 seconds. Candy says, can I cut this squares there?
Yeah, that would do.
That would be quick.
Yeah, but think of the swearing.
I think they're all drinking the Christmas booze.
Well, there's a thought.
In fact, Lorraine says her wine is kicking in.
We've got lots of alcohol. The trouble is we don't drink.
Mm.
I think maybe that needs to be our New Year's resolution. Drink more.
We could get one on the plane.
We could.
I'll fall asleep.
Well, that would be a plan.
Never noticed how long the flight was.
8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah. Oops. Oh, darn it. That's where I found the hole. Right, okay, so now I've done that, I'm going to cut them out.
Which is just as much fun to watch as that was.
Thank you.
It was fun.
No, it wasn't.
Sent me round the bend.
So take a little bit more care over this than we did on the template.
David says, I thought you were on Christmas leave.
No, I said apart from classes.
You just won't be very responsive on messages.
No, because I've no doubt that we'll be working.
In between cooking and eating.
Yeah. When we're bored of having conversations, we'll come and do some work.
You know, Nancy, you need to put an out of office on Facebook Messenger.
Yes, I'm going to. I am. Eventually. I need to put one on the website as well, but I'm not quite sure how to do it.
David says, eating is yummy, my favourite.
Well, you should come to us for a bit because there's 3 of us, but I've catered for 9, which was the original plan. So, you know, if anybody's hungry.
Yes. David says, what time shall I turn up? I only need a small corner. I think David needs more than a small corner. He needs a big chair and a small corner, perhaps.
Well, we can do that.
Yeah.
Well, we're eating at lunchtime.
We're eating about 1-ish.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We have turkey, we have ham, we have everything. I'm cooking the turkey tomorrow.
Yeah.
The turkey crown.
I don't know why I thought this was going to be a fun class.
He said he's not sure he can manage 2 lunches.
Not one of ours, he couldn't. How many have I done?
11 billion.
It feels like it. I think I should have drawn these lines less faintly.
Just got one of them circle for 3 things.
Oh, yes.
Helen's late to the party as ever.
No, I don't know. Go stand in the corner and...
David's there though.
Oh, yeah. In the other corner.
It's a round room.
How many more?
But I said, you're doing great, Cal. Mine would look more oval.
You haven't seen these close up. I'll tell you, this camera is very forgiving. And I'm thinking how nicely, you know, the pictures are centered in here when that is completely pointless because you're not going to see them at all.
That's the way rightly says you should have done a Blue Peter.
Yes, I should.
And here's one I've done earlier.
We need some sticky back plastic though.
Yes, the washing up liquid bottle and the centre out of the loo roll.
Yes. Oh dear. For anybody who's not British.
And we're not letting any baby elephants in the house.
Hey?
Don't you remember the baby elephant with John
No.
Noakes?
I remember Shep.
Oh.
I never liked Blue Peter. Is that terrible to say?
Yes, it is. Yeah, they had a baby elephant on, and it done what baby elephants naturally do, and they was
Went to sleep.
skidding around in it.
Oh.
Oh, the rain got it. It pooped. Oh, it's a classic.
I remember when the Blue Peter garden was vandalised.
Oh, yes.
How many more have I got to do? 1, 2, 3. Oh, God. Get in there. This is the trouble with doing classes in real time. You get all the fun stuff.
Yeah, Lorraine said John Noakes. I thought it was John Noakes. Slipping and sliding will allow the players. Like a skating park.
I don't remember that one.
Except more a skating park.
Oh, dear. Do you remember when he climbed that big chimney? He was great, John Noakes, actually, wasn't he?
Crazy stuff. And they wanted to shoot.
Were they not?
No. They couldn't insure them.
No, but they probably couldn't.
Yes, it is 12 circles, Jane. Yeah, Johnny Morris was with the bad.
Oh, I love Johnny Morris. Animal Magic. That was just the best programme ever. Do you know, it's really funny. We would I looking around on YouTube the other day because I remember when I was a kid and I don't know, it must have been in the 1970s. It must have been. One Christmas morning, watching this cartoon first thing, and it was about Christmas carols, and it had I saw 3 ships, and I remember it so vividly, and it was just the one Christmas it was on, and never seen it since. Didn't know what on earth it was, but it's just, you know, the image has just been stuck in my mind so vividly. But thanks to the power of Tinternet, I found it, and it's what was it called? The Christmas Messenger, and it had Richard Chamberlain in it, and it was about the angel that went to talk to the shepherds and about how he kept coming down to earth every Christmas, and listening to carols, and it was the series that was all you sort of like proper film. And then all of the carols were animated. We found it on YouTube, which was cool to watch.
Yes.
Okay, so I've got my 12 circles. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to decide what order I want them in, because obviously I've got lots of different bits here.
She says her father-in-law's been pouring a G&T, so she's staying away from cooking tonight.
Probably best.
Oh dear. I'm just watching a video on YouTube.
What of?
Lulu the Elephant.
Oh dear.
1969.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, we won't have remembered it firsthand then, because we'd only have been a year old.
We'd have seen it on repeats.
Yeah. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work out which is the top and the bottom, and I'm going to fold these all in half. So I'm going to fold it down this way. So this is literally, if you can see this image here, I've got this stag here. So this is literally top to bottom in half like that. And I'm going to get my bone folder and I'm going to crease it really well. Okay, so I've got that fold there like that. Let me just check my book a minute. I'm trying to work out how I did it now. I can't remember. Right, so I'm going to keep folding them all in half.
Folding. Big dollar. Did you ever find your little one?
No idea where it is.
It's hiding under something. Oh, we climbed up there.
Dear, I haven't cut that out very well.
Nelson's column.
Oh.
Doris says hello.
Hello, Doris.
And Sue has shouted out squirrels.
Yes, there are squirrels.
There's some really big squirrels.
I don't even know how that even happened. I don't know what I was thinking, but yes, squirrels. Right, and the last one. No, what, real squirrels?
No, your squirrels.
Oh, my squirrels.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got my 12 halved circles, okay? See, that looks nice, just like that, doesn't it? That'll do. So what we're going to do now, let me just check. Hang on a minute. Let's just see what I've done. How have I done this? Right. So I'm going to start off with this one. I'm going to open it up. This is where I'm going to use my template, okay? And I'm going to use my template like this, so I can see where my marks are. So I'm going to put a little blob of glue. I'm going to start off with those two. So the two outside blobs, okay? And then I'm going to fold that over like that. Okay? So that is now stuck there and there. Okay? Well, hopefully. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a blob of glue on that middle one there. Okay, like that. And I'm going to grab my next half circle and I'm going to put it on top of it like that. Okay, so it's only glued in that one place. Open it up. And I'm going to put two blobs on the inside. Okay, there and there. Fold that up and glue that down. Now I'm going to put a blob in the middle there. And I'm going to lay the next one down on top like that. Okay, so that's glued. Open it up.
Oh no.
And I'm going to put a blob of glue here and a blob of glue here. and glue that like that. Okay. Now a blob of glue there. And I'm going to glue that on top like that. Now let's see if this has worked before we go any further. Got glue everywhere, so probably not. So when I start to open this up now, you can see, hopefully, you'll just have to check whether your glue's not all over the place like mine is and sticking in totally the wrong places. Hang on. There we go. And it's starting to glue together like that. So you have to keep going back and just checking that it's not sticking in the wrong place. But you can see how that's starting to come together. Yep. So now the inside bit where the fold is, that's 2 blobs. A blob there and a blob there. Fold that up. One blob on there. Put that one on top. Glue that down. Two blobs on this one. One blob in the middle there. Fold that up. It doesn't have to be perfectly exact, just kind of near enough, if that makes sense. Is this making sense for everybody?
Well, I should be experts at it by the time I finished it.
Yeah. So I'm just going to open this up again. Just make sure that my glue isn't causing chaos, which it is. Just open that up there.
This is so far so good. And Renee says, yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've done something strange here. What's gone on here?
Have you mixed your 2s and 1s?
No, I don't know what I've done. No, it's stuck there.
Oh.
That's it. Okay, so that's starting to come together.
Looks like a real one, doesn't it?
Where's that one? 2, 2, 2. That shouldn't be stuck up there. That's it. Okay, so yeah, you can see it's starting to come together. Just keep opening it up and just making sure that your glue isn't causing chaos.
This one says, what GSM paper are you using?
That's a good question. I'm just using says 190 GSM.
So it's going to be about 200.
Yeah. I think it would work with anything that wasn't too thick. Yeah.
Thanks. Anything around about 190.
Right, so I'm going to carry on. So what do I want there?
I think everyone's decided it's best I don't do this whilst drinking wine.
Probably best.
that squirrel.
It is a squirrel. Actually, it's not because this is a deer, not a reindeer.
Oh. Linsa's looking gorgeous.
It's working all right.
Lorraine says she saw lots of deer on the way to work this morning.
Oh, we haven't seen any for a while, have we? Because there's usually loads around here.
Yeah. They've probably gone helping Santa.
Probably have.
Oh.
Right, last one.
Well, it's got plastic off, hasn't it?
Oh, I knew this one. 6x6 Sunday always takes a while. Right, okay, so that's all stuck. Let's just make sure it just opens properly. It keeps going back and sticking where I don't want it to.
You've got a sticky one.
You might be better off doing this a little bit more slowly than me. Right. So, does that look right? I think it does. So, I am really tempted to leave this to kind of dry a bit before I stick it in the book. So I might just leave this open to dry. Oh, it's not heavy enough to dry whilst I do the shaker. Right, so I'm going to leave that over there to sort itself out. Right, now I'm just going to fold that. And now I'm going to work on the shaker that goes on the front here. So you've got a little piece of the really thick, ruler, grey board. So now we're going to cut out a frame for our shaker pockets. And that is 3 3/4 by, what was it? 5 3/4. So I want you to cut out the frame that is 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, that doesn't look straight. It's not that far off. Luckily, we're going to cover it. Right, oh no, not that ruler. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just draw myself a 1/2 inch frame on the inside of this. I find it easier to draw it and then cut it. So I'm just drawing a 1/2 inch frame onto that thick piece of grey board, and then I'm going to cut that out. So definitely remember with this, little and often, because this is thick. Now if you're not using grey board, you can always use something like, I don't know, clear foam or foam on a roll or something. I just use chipboard because I just don't like sticky stuff. I don't like sticky foam because it sticks to me and it just sticks to stuff. But having said that, I tried some the other day. I've got some clear sticky foam. It's awesome. So I may be willing to put up with the stickiness because it's just really great stuff. Oh. Okay, so that's my little frame, which is going to go on the front of my book like that. Okay, now what you can do if you want to is paint these edges, or I'll just use some tape. You can paint it, you could cover it in card if you wanted to. I'm just going to use some white tape. We have got some of this in the shop. It's really brilliant because you can paint it. You can.
Yes, because the shop is open all over.
Yeah, the shop is definitely open. There may be some sales going on after Christmas, but we just won't be posting out until New Year. Partly because I think there's still a massive backlog out there.
Yes. Stupid.
Okay.
the edging tape, I think.
Yeah, the white one. It's only because I just want to, you know, make these edges, not that you'll see them, but just kind of tidy them up a bit, really.
Oh, Linda, Aston's just joined us. I forgot you were on now.
Hi, Linda. I know it's confusing because it should be Sunday, but you know, there's some big holiday thing going on. I don't know.
And Rizwana says, "Is it strong stuff?"
It is. It's very strong. I'd happily put you know, hold a book together with it. It's kind of like, it's almost like a cardstock tape, I think. I've just done that a bit too quickly. But anyway, you get the idea. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this on here. Now, if you wanted to, what you could do is choose another background. If you wanted to put, I don't know, like a background in there, you could glue that on. I'm not going to, actually.
So she bought some of that tape, but she don't know where she's put it.
Oh no! Where's my glue?
Probably with Jane's tape.
Probably.
Lorraine says, "You mean you've unpacked?"
Okay. I'm just going to pop that on there. Center it as much as possible. There we go. Now, whilst that's just drying a moment, I'm going to get my piece of acetate and I'm going to cut it at 5 3/4 by 3 3/4, or maybe ever so slightly under.
Yep.
It's not going to hurt. Oh, glue. Okay. So I've got my little thingy on there, and now I'm going to use some sequins. They're too bright. Those ones. And I'm gonna, oh, hang on. No, I'm not. Let's make this easy. Where's my, oh, I just picked it up. I'm gonna just put some tape around the edge of my grey board. Now, this tape that I'm using is, it's the equivalent of the red tape. It is super sticky.
One?
Yeah, it's polyester tape, or the ultra clear sticky, which is pretty much the same. And it's just really good because it just gives you that little bit of extra hold.
It is super sticky.
I'm going to put a little bit more around here. Okay, right, let's take that off. And the other nice thing about this is that you don't get this kind of like this staticky of the red tape. It doesn't get stuck to cats quite as much, so it stays flat and non-static, which is kind of nice. Ooh. Okay, so now I'm going to put my sequins in the middle here. Spread them out a bit. And I've got my piece of acetate, which is now covered in cat hairs, of course. And I'm going to lay that down on top. Like that. So I've got my shaker pocket. Okay. Now what I will do in a minute is I'm going to cut a frame and decorate that up there. But what I want to do now is put this in. So now that's all nicely dried, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on that one. And I'm going to line it up here, and it should fit pretty much top to bottom. And I'm sticking it right along the edge of where the grey board cover is. Okay. So here's my grey board cover, and I've just stuck that right along the edge. I'm putting glue on the other side, and I'm going to put this side, I'm just going to fold it so that is on the other side there, like that. So that will fit top to bottom. Fold that up, and let's just stick that down. So now when I open up my book, there's my bauble. Okay, nice and easy. Let's make sure it is still sticking the way we want. There we go. And that's our bauble. So we need to make a cover for that. There we go. So I'm just going to glue this, especially around the outside. Like that. Then I'm going to measure. Where's my pencil? I think we'd be better off doing this with a pencil. Now I'm going to measure this frame at 5/8 of an inch, as opposed to half an inch. So it's slightly wider than half an inch. And I'm going to cut that out. Oops, that was obviously a bit wet. So that is going to sit on there like that. So I'm just going to get some of my polyester tape again.
Lynn said, I really think you should be using the safety rule, Cal.
I really should, except I really don't know where it is. Stop trying to cause trouble.
Oh, Lorraine says, I think Cal bent it.
I did, but Mark bought me a new one, which I've now lost. I might have been using it to prop the door open. Okay, so I'm taking the back off. Oh, this is very sticky, by the way. Don't stick it to yourself. Oh. And then I'm just going to stick that over the top of that, like that. So I've got a nice frame for my shaker, and then I can decorate this up. I can use words or, you know, whatever I want to decorate up that front. So inside here, all I've got to do now is you've got this area here where you can decorate. I just put a few words on my original one. But now we just need to cut out our thingies. Yeah, photo mats. You can round the edges of these if you want.
They're 3x4.
They are, except we might have to do a little tiny bit of doctoring.
Okay.
So bear with me for a minute. So round your corners if you want to. I'm not sure how many of these we're going to need. I have a feeling we might have to slightly cut them down. You might want to, I thought that was going to happen. Ever so slightly, instead of 4, you might want to do 3 by 3 3/4. I think I'll change that to 3 3/4 so that it doesn't poke out. Obviously, I can't measure right. See, because mine are poking out there slightly. So I think what I'll do is I'd cut that down to 3 3/4. But there you go. There's your Bauble book. So you can decorate these up. You can round your corners. You can put, you know, depending on how much paper you've got. On my original, which I have absolutely zero idea where it is, I've rounded my corners and I've just put a little bit of the, you know, the pattern paper on the edges there. So, yeah, there you go. That is your Bauble book.
That is brilliant.
Okay, easy. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to see them when they're done. So if you want to pop some in the group, that would be awesome. And we will see you. Actually, I'm not quite sure when we're next going to see you. Definitely Wednesday, if not before. I'll keep you posted. So, have an absolutely. They are Rizwana. They're these are the Christmas words. Yes, they're definitely there. So have a fantastic, fantastic Christmas, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful time. And everything goes according to plan. Whether you're on your own and going to have a peaceful day crafting, or you've got the entire family around causing no end of arguments, which is the opposite end of the scale. Mark and I both wish you a very, very, very happy Christmas, and we will see you soon. So take care, everybody. Lots of love from us, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye.
Oh, I've crashed. I can't stop it.
Now you tell me.